if you're looking for sales, succession, anything else. What makes up value of a law firm? It comes down to those four things. 1, your financials. 2, your brand. 3 is your systems, and 4 is your people.
Tom, one of the most important considerations for law firms looking to buy or sell is understanding the value of their law firm. What are the key drivers of law firm valuation?
First step is knowing the value. If you're looking for sales, succession, anything else. What makes up value of a law firm? It comes down to those four things. 1, your financials. 2, your brand. 3 is your systems, and 4 is your people. And you could say that, financials are definitely first and foremost, that systems don't matter, but I would tell you they really interplay into the value mix. And that's really what we try to go through. And every valuation we do, we take law firm owners through a scorecard that really have these different questions of how much, how healthy are your financials, right? And financials aren't just about revenues. They're not just about your income. It could be how strong is your case inventory. It could be, do you run accounts receivable that historically just is 180 days and you have to write off bunches of receivables? Do you even know what your numbers are? Is a key financial metric that we kind of go through with so many law firm owners to know or track this different financial data. So financials are that key component. Plainly, if you have healthier, meaning larger net income numbers, your firm is going to be worth more. Because as you reach a scale that you make, a couple $100,000 in net income to a couple million to several million, it is going to have a significant impact, because really what a buyer is willing to pay is the ownership benefit that they would receive. Truly the ownership benefit, which is that net income that if they can believe it will continue post-sale, that's what they're acquiring. So when, a buyer is looking, a bank is looking to fund anything else, it's looking at the overall health of what that, net income or that ownership would be. But how it gets transitioned is really systems and how strong your brand is and how strong your people are as part of that brand, and how strong your people are on deploying those systems really are what minimize the risk of value. If you are a very strong branded firm and your new clients and everything else come in from the firm's brand, the firm's marketing, everything else from that side, there is less risk to a buyer coming in and saying, great, I see this machine that they built, this really strong brand that is deployed in a system and by people, but that just comes in. That's not the owner that I'm buying out that's doing that. This is part of the business. And so the buyer gets to minimize that risk and typically willing to pay more for your firm. The value of your firm goes up. And the same thing with systems. So many of our smaller law firms are law firm owners doing everything. They're going to approve payroll. They're going to go do every client. Everything goes through them. But the challenge is a buyer sees that as a significant risk of, I would have to learn everything in their head to take over this firm. It's not built on systems. It's really just this person that has a great job of working really hard to manage everything in their business. And if a buyer can come in and see that value of, it's not you doing it, it's that system that you built that is deployed within the firm by really good people, then there's a less risk seen of, I've got to know everything or everything is in the owner's head. I have tremendous people who have been with me 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years that I want to make sure that they have a place to go if I decide to exit, retire, anything else. Well, that's the good part. If they're great people, that's what the buyer wants too, right? The successor and everything else wants those great people. And so those are assets. So those great people are invested in. If you have a really strong, unique brand that's hard to just, have somebody else spend a couple $1 million and repeat, that's going to be a value driver. Have great systems that really show how things work within the firm without you, value driver. And having great people to really support those, all are things that are going to make buyers more comfortable, increase the overall value and really the offers you would receive, and overall, just an easier transition between that seller and buyer into succession.
Tom, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Ari.